Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Alexander Howell, and today what I wanted to talk about or go through were a bunch of kind of items that you should think about if you're either going into investing or you're already investing, just as kind of reiterations of your past ideas. But then I started thinking about it, and I was like, well, how can I make this a little bit fun? So I decided I'll make a video where I say 25 things. I'm not going to go into crazy detail. They're just 25 pinpoint items, a sentence or two explanation of them, and I'm going to try to do it under 10 minutes. So this is going to be 25 ideas, 25 instructions, however I title it in the description. We'll figure that out when it comes. But 25 ideas for real estate investing in 10 minutes. And I'm probably going to be out of breath and worn out by the time I do this, because I did the trial run, and I think the last time I was at 11. But I hope you guys enjoy it. If you do, like and subscribe at the bottom. Hit the little notification bell. That way you're informed of any time I have any new videos. But the like and subscribe actually helps the algorithm kind of get this video as high up as possible on the real estate side. So follow me at twitch.tv/Alexander from KC. I stream there every Tuesday and Thursday between 10:30 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. And also follow me on social media at Alexander from KC, pretty much every platform you can find at Alexander from KC. Guys, hope you enjoy the video. Good luck to me. All right, number one, buy a 2 to 4 unit property and live in it. The reason that I always suggest this, especially to people that are just getting into the market, is that one, it's going to help you pay your mortgage if you have another person or 3 other units that are helping to pay for the entirety of the mortgage. 2, it's going to allow you to get better financing because it's considered an owner-occupied home. Anything over 4 units won't be, but 4 and under will. So rather than buying a single-family home with no income coming in, get a 2 to 4 unit place, have those other tenants helping you pay, and you'll be even better off. 2, find a mentor. One of the best things that you can do is have somebody that you can call and say, I need some help on this, and I would really appreciate your opinion. If you find a good mentor and they're willing to work with you, it's going to save you time, money, effort, and especially stress on yourself and your life, because they've been there, they've done that, and if they don't know, they probably had a mentor as well, or at least somebody in the industry that they can contact to get the information. 3, join investor groups in your area. One of the best things that you can do is just surround yourself, just like your mentor, but surround yourself with a lot of people who are not only been there, done that kind of people, but are continuing to do it, who have the contacts and who may be able to say, use my lender, use my HVAC guy, use this person, I trust them. Having those kind of groups gives you a vast wealth of knowledge that you might not have otherwise had. One thing I truly believe in is step 4, read about investing constantly, because even if you find a book that isn't necessarily the one that you go away and you learn the most from, there's always 1 or 2 things in every single book that will get your mind going and make you think about what needs to happen. In the future as well, you can pull back some of that knowledge and say, I read about that somewhere, let me go take a look and see what this individual had to say, and if it was good advice, you may be able to apply it. So read about investing constantly. It constantly keeps real estate on your mind. So find a great realtor, but make sure they are hungry. That's step 5. Find a great realtor, make sure they are hungry. And the reason for that is you might have a great realtor, but they might be so busy with everything else in their life that you as a brand new investor might not be one of those things that allows them to get a huge return on their investment of time. So find somebody who's maybe new, maybe has been there, maybe kind of does it on the side. And normally I wouldn't say that. But really, if you can find somebody that is hungry to succeed in life just like you are, it's going to be a huge thing for you, and it's going to create a great partnership going forward. Step 6, get your real estate license. Why get your real estate license? Because you have access to the MLS, and you will be constantly around real estate. So you'll understand the different neighborhoods. You'll especially if you start buying and selling for anybody but yourself, you're going to understand the process and get better and better at it. You're going to have the contracts for the local MLS at your disposal. And number 1 for me is that if you commit yourself to getting your real estate license, you at least have the most focus-based knowledge that you can because you passed it. That's hugely important going forward, and just becoming a realtor is going to help you in understanding everything about that environment. Number 7, work all the time and save up for a down payment. If you invest in a property in Kansas City that's in and around $100,000, you can find ones in some of the suburbs that are going to be in the areas that you may want to invest in. But $100,000, if it is a rental property, and it's not owner-occupied, you're looking at spending between $20,000 and $25,000, and that's just on the down payment. That's not fixing it up or doing anything else. That requires a lot of focused attention to your work and a lot of hours work to get the amount of money that you're looking for. It's reduction in lifestyle, it's hard work, but in the end, it's worth it because you're living the dream that you want and eventually an even better one. Number 8 is save up money, but not just for the down payment, but also have a pile of money on hand in case of a disaster. The example I like to give people is if you've bought 4 duplexes in a certain area and a hailstorm goes through there, well, you might have insurance that could pay for those 4 roofs. That's completely understandable. But if you have a $5,000 deductible on each property, you're now out $20,000 to get an even larger problem fixed. So $20,000 or 0 doesn't matter. You need to make sure that you have a lot of money on hand just in case those kind of things do pop up, which they will from time to time. Number 9, shop your loan and all of its terms. It's not just about the percentage. It's not just about the amount of money down. It's about all of it. So go to every single lender you can find and take what you have, the lowest, best term document that you have, and say, I'm pre-approved for this. Can you do better? Get it lower, get the terms better, but make sure that you laser focus on going to every single person that you can to get the best loan, because this is about you, no one else. Number 10, create a good relationship with your bank. Because I had all of my money with one bank, outside of other investments and stuff like that, but all of my cash, as many loans as I could have, they opened up a separate, more commercial line to me, but that took 10 to 15 years for myself, because I was learning to broker that relationship. Now I'm able to utilize some different things that they have in order to make bigger and bigger purchases and get better and better deals and better terms. So have a good relationship with your bank, and I promise that will pay off dividends in the long term. Number 11, interview and find a great team of contractors. Not every contractor is going to want to come to your house, sit and have coffee, show you all their designs, and you guys create an agreement that you use them. But you want to find at least 1 to 3 contractors from each field. So HVAC, electrical, roofing, painting, all of those. Make sure you find a really good one that you like, that you trust, and that is not so expensive that the numbers just won't work on any property. Find good talent and it will take care of you, and again, it'll pay you dividends. If you're new to the game, I would always say that step number 12, always get an inspection. A lot of people don't like inspections when they've done this a lot because they kind of know what they're looking for. They know if the HVAC is trash, they know if the foundation looks terrible, they know if it needs a new roof. But in the beginning, it helps to have an expert at looking at the whole picture, not just individual things, and tell you exactly what you might need to do. Then you can bring in the HVAC guys, you can bring in the foundation guys and say, is this what I need to do or no? And they give you the true answer. But it's always good to have an inspector to look over everything and just point out a couple of issues for new investors. Number 13 can be a little bit controversial, but I always say, even if it costs you the deal because of the amount of time it takes, create a highly detailed budget. I've gotten into houses thinking I'm getting a great deal, and I've ended up only making a little bit of money on it. And the reason was I didn't go through everything that could be wrong and probably would be wrong. If I would have taken another day, if I'd have taken another 12 hours just to put together a budget, even if I lost the house, I would have just moved on to the next deal. But if I'm now stuck on a house for 6 months because there is everything wrong with it, that's costing me time and money that I could otherwise be using in different houses. Create a highly detailed budget and stick to it as much as you can. Number 14, plan on overspending significantly. Now, if you create that highly detailed budget, you're going to be in a good spot. The reason I say plan on and not assume you will or hope to is just because you want to make sure that you have enough room in that budget where you're not losing money in the end. You have enough clearance to say, even if everything goes wrong and it hits the fan, I'm still okay, I won't lose money. Sometimes you do, most of the time you won't, but if you plan on overspending, it will save you in the long run. 15, when working with contractors, get everything in writing. This isn't an insult to them, and it shouldn't be an insult to you to make sure that you have what they are supposed to do, how they're supposed to do it, and how you handle overages in writing before the start of any project. It's not difficult, it shouldn't be insulting, but it will save you if anything goes wrong where they say, I did this and they told me to do this. It's all hearsay. Get it in writing, it'll save you. 16, find a great CPA. You will have expenses, you will have tax write-offs, you will have things that you are unaware of because, especially in this situation, you're a new investor. Depreciation, all of those things, you want to find a good CPA, certified public accountant, to take all of your stuff and make it as beneficial for you to the government as possible. Not illegal. And always consult the CPA on what you should and shouldn't do. But Get a CPA. They will save you money in the long run. Number 17 is along the same lines. Find a great real estate lawyer specific to real estate. So they're going to be able to help you with everything from formation of your company to what you need to do if a tenant decides to walk out on you or hurts the property even more than the deposit that they put down. A great real estate lawyer is a great resource, even if they cost per hour, to call up and say, I have some questions, or what do I need to do? Number 18. Now, I'm not an attorney, and I don't claim to be. But every attorney I've ever spoken to, every investor that I've ever worked with has said, do not hold your investment property in your own name. Always put some type of liability between you and that property. Normally it's a limited liability corporation, an LLC, but consult an attorney and find out exactly how you should hold your investment property and in what name you should. Number 19, create a great rental agreement and add to it over time. The reason I say this is when you first start out, your rental agreement is going to be fairly bare bones. But as you get tenants, you have problems, you have all of these things come up, it's going to be really beneficial for you to just add those situations to it so it's all in there. I have somebody that started out with a 3-page rental agreement. It is now 21 pages because they just learned over time what they wanted to do and what they didn't. Number 20, have a backup plan in case something goes wrong. I have a property that I recently flipped that was a very low property, so a lot can go wrong and it will just add to it, and it's just not as valuable as some are. So what I did was I planned on purchasing it for a very low amount, and then even if I went way over my budget, I would still be able to refinance it and rent it. I wanted to flip it. I'm not sure where it's going to end up because so much went wrong. But have a backup plan for every single purchase that you have. Number 21. Once you're settled in your finances, once you have a nice chunk of money that's laying off to the side in savings specifically for those investment companies, go ahead and start taking some of that excess money. So if you're making $1,400 and your total bills are $1,200, take that $200 and start putting it into either one house that you have, or take all of the excess income from all of your houses and put it into an individual or 3 of them. But start utilizing that money that you're not using to pay it off. Now, keep monitoring and keep growing this fund on the side, but make sure that you're also trying to pay off those loans early, because the faster they're paid off, the more money you'll have coming in. Number 22, and I cannot stress this enough, remember to maintain your properties. A lot of times we get a little bit caught up in wanting to get new ones, wanting to spend more on the new ones. We don't want to paint the one that's been giving us money and good returns forever. Go back, paint it, make sure that it doesn't cause a huge problem later. You will thank yourself. Number 23, if you don't want to manage these properties yourself, find a good, reputable property management company and watch them like a hawk. Watch every monthly statement and make sure they're not charging you $35 to change one light bulb. It's a good thing to have a property management company. It frees up your time if you are making money elsewhere to build up your investment properties while not having them spend that much money, or not having them spend that much time on it. But make sure you find a good one and ask your real estate attorney, ask your CPA, ask your mentor, ask around. But if you find a great one, they can be worth their weight in gold. Number 24 is big for me, and I tell this to every single person that's thinking about investing in property. Your tenants will sometimes hide things from you because they don't want to deal with the repercussions of it. I tell every single one of my tenants before they move in, stuff happens, you have got to tell me. If the water heater is going bad, I want to know before it floods the basement. If the HVAC is rocking, I want to know before it's 100 degrees outside and you're calling complaining that I can't get somebody in there immediately. So make sure that there's an open lane of communication and make sure they know stuff happens. Let's just deal with it when we get there. Number 25, subscribe to a company like Quickbooks, a program like Quickbooks, and constantly update all of your numbers, all of your systems. Now, some of these things is just, you would normally just have a pile of trash or a pile of receipts. It's really easy to get into the situation where you don't keep up with Quickbooks. Either pay somebody to keep up with it and they call you if they have questions, or do it yourself. It's really not a hard learning curve. They make it really easy, but get Quickbooks, monitor every single inflow and outflow of money that goes through those accounts every single month, and you will thank yourself in the long term, because at the end of the year, you just have to hand that to your accountant as opposed to spending hours upon hours upon hours in January thinking about what you did last February. Whew, okay, that was 25 in hopefully 10 minutes. I know some of those I get a little long-winded, and I like talking about it anyway, so it's pretty easy for me to just kind of slip in the mindset of, hey, here's the thing I like, let's talk about it, or here's something that I really believe in, and just trying to go into detail. But I think those 25 things are some of the most important that you can possibly learn. So let me know in the comment section what you thought. Maybe I'll do another one of these where I do 25 or 50 and we just kind of increase it, and it can be more of a challenge as I go forward. But if you have questions, put them in the comment section. I'll write them down and keep a note, and that way I'll just pull those off, and the next time I go through this, I'll give you my opinion, or at least in some ways some facts about exactly what you should be doing to handle some of the more tricky aspects of real estate investing. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. My name is Alexander Howell. Please go to alexanderhowell.com. Check the site out. I've got all kinds of different stuff, and everything kind of links back to that site. Check me out on Twitch. I just established a schedule. I'm going to be streaming from 10:30 to 2:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, Tuesday and Thursday, so I think that'll be fun. Follow me on social media. You could normally find me at Alexander from KC. That also happens to be my Twitch handle, so twitch.tv/Alexander from KC. Hope you guys enjoy this. I'm going to try to get back to the point where I was doing 2 to 3 a week, and we'll see how these drop. Anyway, thanks again. Have a good day. Peace out. Hey guys, it's me. Just wanted to let you know I did come back to the studio a couple of hours after. I didn't finish editing in time, so came back here after put the kids to bed and everything like that. Wife was up late working, and I was like, just gotta head back to the office and get this finished tonight. I did not get the 25 tips done in 10 minutes. I knew I was going to be long-winded. That's how I always am. Anybody that has a 5-minute conversation with me knows it's going to be 30. So apologies that it didn't hit 10 minutes, but I hope all of the information you took away, you enjoyed, and hopefully in the future, all of those pieces, all those tips kind of come together for you and you have an excellent career. I'm going to continue to try to do these videos. That was actually ridiculously fun. The editing has not been so fun, but it's editing, and that's why I'm here super late. But I realized that no matter if I tried to clip it, if I tried to cut things down, I didn't want to get rid of any information. I wanted to make sure it was all kept there. So again, I hope you enjoyed. Follow me wherever you want to. But seriously, thank you so much for watching this channel. Thank you so much for staying to the end of this video. And next time, I promise you, 25 and 10, we're going to be good to go. Have a great evening. Or morning, or day, night. Doesn't matter. Just have a good one. Bye.